eye patches, cutlasses, and sturdy wooden ships. These are all things that come to mind when we think of the scourges of the seas, pirates. For centuries, pirates would plunder ships and towns for great fortune. We have here a treasure trove of revolting and fascinating facts about pirates, ranging from pirate myths and legends that are actually untrue, to a captain who ate a man's heart in front of his crew. I'm Jake the Voice Par, and these are 10 facts you probably didn't know about pirates. Arouge and Hizir, also known as Hayreddin Barbarossa, were two notorious pirates hailing from the Turkish Empire. In the late 15th and early 16th century, the two brothers raided Spanish towns, forts, trading vessels, warships, and more. They even took over a notable portion of North Africa. The Republic of Venice thought it was time for action. They turned to Pope Paul III and persuaded him to help. And so the Holy League of 1538, made up of around 300 ships, was born. After Arouge was killed, Hayreddin took over and found himself outnumbered by the Pope's armada in the Battle of Preveza. However, the armada's commander was less than stellar, which allowed the pirate to claim victory. Still, to see the Pope put this much effort into having two pirates killed is quite eye-opening. Contrary to popular belief, pirates never buried treasure. What was the point of hiding valuables when pirates could trade it for food, medicine, better ships, and the like? This rumor was likely sparked by the iconic children's novel Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, a romanticized and exciting tale of exploration and adventure. Preparation is key in any endeavor, though keeping fed and healthy was one of the toughest challenges a pirate had to face. A lot of food would scarcely last a few days if it was not eaten fast enough. Meats were salted or spiced in order to keep it from spoiling and to mask any nasty odors. Some vegetables were pickled, and dry sea biscuits could last up to a year. Some animals were kept on board to produce eggs and milk and were eventually eaten. Alcohol was a staple addition to any pirate's diet, since water could not be kept clean for long. Rum, beer, ale, and the like could last for a long time. Out of desperation, if food was ridden with worms and maggots, pirates would shred and fry their leather satchels. The last option was to revert to cannibalism. Chests of gold doubloons were not always what pirates were after. There were many things that were valuable for the time. Rings, earrings, and necklaces were all sought after, as expected. If they could not be removed from a person they were robbing, they would just cut off their fingers or ears instead. Their clothes were either sold or worn by the rest of the crew members. Even when you were a pirate, fashion was still imperative. Trade maps were valuable, as they gave directions to other countries, though one of the most exquisite treasures was sugar, since it was primarily found in the Caribbean. Robbing trade ships was the easiest way to get a hold of barrels of sugar. Scurvy was not an adjective used by pirates to describe fellow pirates, it was a horrible mouth disease brought on by a vitamin C deficiency. Since no one at the time knew of the importance of vitamins, many pirates suffered from scurvy. While it also caused weakness and achy limbs, their teeth would fall out and gums would turn black. Many pirates would peel the blackness from their gums with a knife. Some sailors suggested oranges and lemons as a cure, but no one bothered to give it a try until Sir Gilbert Blane persuaded the British Admiralty to drink a glass of lemon juice on a daily basis. For pirates, scurvy was inevitable. The only thing that separated an unruly pirate from a watery grave was a walk on a small plank of wood. Or so you would assume. In actuality, pirates seldom made insubordinates walk the plank. It would seem like a picnic in comparison to some of their punishments, such as being sold as a slave, mutilation, shackles, the rack, flogging, being dunked in water, and even marooning. The worst possible punishment was to be keel-hauled. An unloyal crew member would be tied up beneath the belly of the ship and would be dragged underneath the ship's hull. If you didn't drown, the barnacles would have cut up your body, and the salt water would splash onto your fresh wounds. We picture pirates as ghastly, ugly vagabonds with a lack of interest in hygiene, education, and the like. One man, however, was a pirate who sailed across the world and wrote precise, detailed observations that inspired many modern-day explorers and scientists through the 17th century and beyond. That man was William Dampier, and not only did he study rivers, undocumented animals, and so on, he ate his fair share of exotic meals. These included flamingos, armadillos, coconuts, prickly pears, and even sea tortoises. He even wrote about what natives of relatively unknown lands are. Without him, we would not have the dictionary definition of a zebra, as well as words like soy sauce, breadfruit, and even barbecue. Forget chests of gold and jewels, medicine chests were much more valuable. A fully loaded chest of herbs, surgery tools, and the like could have valued at about $150,000 to $200,000 in modern-day currency. Pirates could do little if someone was sick or injured. Usually, they would treat the unlucky person to alcohol to help ease the pain, while patiently awaiting their fate. If there was someone who could read, write, or even have a basic understanding of medicine, usually the captain made them the doctor of the ship. If the herbal medicines were of no use, then it was time to either purge bad blood from the body by making a small incision in the arm or leg. If someone had a nasty case of gangrene, the limb was cut off with a hacksaw, and any other wounds were closed up with hot tar. Pirate superstition may have fooled you into thinking otherwise, but there were indeed female pirates. One of the most notorious Chinese pirates was Madame Zheng, once a child prostitute who practically turned piracy into a business. After marrying Zheng Yi and becoming pirate warlords, their dreaded Red Fleet expanded in number from a few hundred ships to about 1,800. Even after her husband's death, she continued ruling over her buccaneers with an iron fist. Rapists, deserters, or otherwise unlawful pirates were tortured or executed. The Spanish, Chinese, and English were unsuccessful in stopping her reign of terror. In the end, she retired from a life of piracy and opened up a gambling house. She died in 1844 at age 69. Impressive for a pirate. If there was one pirate you would never have wanted to have come across, it was Francois Lolani of France. Once a servant, he was enrolled as a buccaneer before his ship was attacked by Spaniards. Lolani's list of crimes include holding a town in Haiti hostage and murdering Spanish sailors that came to liberate it, raiding a trade ship, marauding and raping his way through Maracaibo, disciplining his crew by eating a chunk of a captured Spaniard's heart, and so on. Thankfully, Lolani was dealt some gruesome poetic justice. In 1667, his ship was lodged into the island of Dampier. While exploring, the local Kuna tribe captured and ripped Lolani apart, limb from limb, while he was still alive, and ate him. In retrospect, he deserved it. Those then are 10 facts you probably didn't know about pirates. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out our other top lists. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for learning.